Yes, everybody. Russ the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. It's Monday. Kids are off. It's Easter. Well, we'll have a couple of extra days, won't we? Good Friday and Easter Monday here in the UK. But this morning Anthony did a little bit about Graham Potter and how he should be given time, but listen to his big butt, and he likes big butts, and he cannot lie. And then lunchtime, I spoke about our brand new director of football. A little bit tongue-in-cheek, in all honesty, about that. And then now we've got the Hammers headlines in association with the KUMB.com boys. Check them out as per usual. We're going to talk rumours and we're going to talk first-team players who are out on loan. So let's start with rumours. Let's start with this gentleman. According to reports, West Ham and several other clubs, up to 5 Premier League clubs have been named, have all been scouting the FC20 star, Sem Steinge. I thought it was Sam, but it's Sem. Sem Steinge this season. All 5 clubs are now eyeing the player. He's had a fantastic season for the Eredivisie. The 5 clubs will be us, Bournemouth, Brentford, Wolves, and Crystal Palace. He's had a standout season as old Sem, and a remarkable rise to prominence, really, over the last couple of years, and 2 impressive campaigns back-to-back now in the goal front and goal contributions. In the 22-23 season, he was 6 goals and 2 assists, 37. Not bad by any means. He's an attacking midfielder. However, the following season, he started to catch the eye with 19 goals and 3 assists in 39 outings. And this season, 26 goals and 6 assists in 39 games. 32 goal involvements in 39 games. And the campaign isn't over yet. He's having a phenomenal season. And that's put him, and the back-to-back decent season. So what was he had? He had 22 goal involvements last season. He's at 32 now. It's put him in the shop window for a lot of Premier League clubs interested. Obviously, Eredivisie, I think, has been a decent hunting ground for us, in all honesty. You look, we've got the likes of Kudus. We've got, obviously, Alvarez as well as recent examples. And so it's not surprising that we are continue looking over there. And Sem could be someone we bring in, particularly, attacking midfielders. We're thinking the likes of, well, the likelihood is we're not going to make Soler's deal permanent. He's more of a forward-thinking midfielder. You've got the likes of Paqueta. There's a question mark over him. Kudus, a question mark over him. Granted, we'll welcome back George Earthy, and we'll talk about George in the Academy show because he had a phenomenal game at the weekend. So it doesn't surprise me being linked to him. But what is reassuring in some respects is we're not, it shows that, we are looking at stats and things like that, so FC20 is not necessarily the most, glamorous club to look for players, but, the stats are showing that, this guy is absolutely banging them in this season, banged them in last season as well. And it shows that, although we're being linked to them, it's not, but we have been scouting him and stuff. So I'm still quietly confident this summer, despite whoever's going to be leading negotiations, because we don't really know, really, to be fair. Sticking with sort of younger talent, so to speak, West Ham have been scouting the Sunderland midfielder Dan, and will apparently go toe to toe with David Moyes, who wants him for Everton as well, and has been someone he's been looking at for a while, particularly during his West Ham days as well. Neil's form and the fact he's captain season has placed them well to maybe getting promotion back to the Premier League after 8 years out. Seems a long time, doesn't it? 8 years out, with a Championship playoff spot all but confirmed for the Black Cats. He's seen as one of the best midfielders outside of the top flight. Did we hear that with Flynn Downs? I think we did. And he's very much seen in the mould of like a Jordan Henderson. He's 23. And I think if Sunderland don't get promoted, then Sunderland will be looking to cash in and maybe forced to sell him. His contract expires in summer 2026, so he'll be entering the last year of his contract. So West Ham apparently have been alerted to his availability and are big admirers of him, who is a massive favourite of also Moyes. And so with Sunderland bracing themselves for decent bids from Premier League teams if they remain in the Championship next year. And again, the narrative we heard a while ago was, the success of Bowen, and unfortunately not necessarily success of Somerville. That's because of injury. I think if he was fit, he would be fantastic for us under Potter. There is a desire to look for good championship players or excellent championship players, because they will be someone who at 23. I mean, I don't know. I'm just picking a number. 20 million. That seems around the right price. Also, we are looking at Chris Rigg at Sunderland as well, the 17-year-old. So maybe a double deal there. But it seems as soon as you move to the Premier League, you can add 50. You had 5, 6, 7 million without really kicking a ball, to be honest, because you're coming from the Premier League. So there's always going to be a return on that investment. And so he seems someone who brings a lot of energy. I've watched a little bit of the Championship. He's someone who wouldn't necessarily excite me from a forward perspective, an attacking perspective, but that sort of rugged, determined. He's got a pass on him, and being captain at 23. Again, it's another leader, it's another voice, and if we're looking at maybe rejigging, really going for this midfield and sort of performing some major surgery in it, someone like Dan could be a really useful, full of energy. And again, that's something we miss in that midfield. I mean, on Saturday, the three midfielders, bless them, but they're all pretty static midfielders. And you want someone who's got a bit of energy about him. Obviously, we're linked to the likes of Josh Brownhill on a free transfer, and yeah, he brings energy as well. But I just think Dan might offer something a lot different. To be fair. Right, let's talk about loan spells. Not much to talk about for our players, our first team players out on loan. Although I have just missed one out. Let me just have a quick look. I just missed one out. Let me have a quick check just to see if he played or not. I don't think he did, because I think he's injured. But let's start with the others while I'm double duty trying to find the things the other ones. Mr. Nafi Ged, he didn't play. He's obviously suffered an injury, a relatively serious-ish injury towards the end of the season. You don't want to pick up these types of injuries. But his Real Sociedad side still won. They won, what was the score? I've got it here. They won 3-1 away to Las Palmas. So they're having a great season. They're really having a really good season this year. Really impressed for them. So yeah, no, I thought Cornet didn't play for Genoa. That's why I realised I hadn't got Cornet on there. In terms of who else didn't play, Kurt Zuma didn't play, as his side Al Araba lost 1-0 at home to Al Akud. Freddie Potts, he was on the losing side, played the full 90 minutes, but Portsmouth lost 2-1 away to the Millwall. So yeah, obviously Freddie signed a new deal last week before, for the club, a long-term deal at West Ham. So hopefully we'll welcome him back with open arms. And that's it, my friends. That's it, your Hammers headlines. We'll have the Academy show a little bit later on, talking about the Academy players out on loan. We won a tournament. Won an international tournament as well. And also updates about the 18s and 21s over the weekend. But until next time, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith. Come on, your wines. Much love. Bye-bye.